Hello, everybody, and welcome to Connor Spurs Up. So, obviously, the Boston Bruins aren't playing that well. They're 3-3-1. 3 wins, 3 losses, and an overtime loss, which counts as 1 point. So, with that said, I'm not really too mad. In fact, going into the season, I really didn't want us to do too well. I want us to be a lottery pick. I really wanted us to be at least a top 5 draft pick. Well, does that mean just getting lucky and getting a top 5 draft pick, or actually being pretty bad and getting that top 5 draft pick? Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. Because with that said, I believe that if we get top 5 draft pick, especially if we draft a center, and let's say like Brady Tkachuk, who can play either left wing or center, or Joe Veleno, that's going to solve a lot of problems that are going to be coming in the next couple of years. Considering already, Bergeron isn't where he used to be. Yeah, he had that great game. And playing against Vancouver, but again, he's getting older. He's 32. Same goes for David Krejci, who both of them have been going through some injury problems this year, and then Bergeron, especially the last couple of years. But with that said, again, we haven't been playing very well. That's 7 points in 7 games. That's a fake 500, though, meaning that obviously we're not tanking 500, but points-wise we are. But yeah, we're not playing fantastic, but the kids are, meaning David Pastrknak, Charlie Mcavoy, Anders Bjork, Jake Debrusk, and Brandon Carlo. So, and these guys are our future. I say kids, majority of them either as older than me or older than me. I'm 21, just to make the point. I'm 20. So, David Pastrknak, he had 2 goals against Buffalo, which the game just finished up about maybe an hour ago. So he had the 2 goals, and right now in 7 games he has 6 goals and 8 points, while Charlie McAvoy has 7 points, 6 assists to 1 goal. Anders Bjork, 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. Jake Debrusk, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists, and Brandon Carlo, 2 points, which were 2 assists. And you can't expect him to have too many points because he's more of a defensive defenseman. Unlike Charlie McAvoy, who's more of a two-way defensive man who can play offense and defense, meaning that he can score points while playing the blue line. But again, they're the reason why I'm not really too mad right now, honestly, based on the fact that they're playing fairly well. And I said that in the beginning of the season, or before the season started, actually. I didn't say it in my channel. Actually, I might have, but I said that to my friends. I said I don't really care if the Bruins miss the playoffs. In fact, I was expecting them to not make the playoffs because they'll be playing so many rookies or young players. And these are the only 5 main guys that we're going to be playing. Gara, who's 23, he's been in Providence for a while. For Toronto, again, I think he's 23 24, but he's more of a bottom 6 guy. All 5 of these players should play prominent roles in years to come. David Pastrknak, most likely a first liner eventually. Charlie McAvoy, first pairing. Anders Bjork, right now he's playing first liner, but you can expect him to be playing most likely second liner. It all depends. He's technically a left winger, but he plays the right wing right now. Jake Debrusk playing on the second line. I can expect him to stay there, honestly. And then Brandon Carlo, he's playing on the first pairing right now. But once it gets halfway through the season, that McAvoy is going to be paired up with Trower, because ideally you want a defensive defenseman paired up with a defenseman who can actually score a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that Char can't score. It's just the fact that he's 40 and he's more defensively sound. So you want a defensively sound defenseman paired up with a defensive man who can shoot and who can how do I say this? Quarterback a power play, who has a offensive mindset, as well with a defensive mindset, which looks like Charlie McAvoy may have. I mean, I believe he turned 20 this year. He was 19 last year, not that, so it will make sense that he's 20. Now, I think I saw it somewhere, but still, it doesn't matter. Point is, he's young, and he has potential, plenty of potential. With that said, I feel like there may be too much pressure on these young guys because, yeah, it's nice to have all these rookies ready to come up, but we're putting too much pressure on them to actually, I don't know, be contributors right away. I mean, it's only 7 games so far, but it looks like they're up to the challenge, but who knows? And here's the thing. With Adam McQuaid and Kevin Miller both injured, there's a chance that other rookies can be coming in. Like Jakob Saburo, Jeremy Lawson. Those are both defensive left-handed shots that point on the blue line. And then Jorho Vaskalian, I think is his last name. That's how you pronounce it. I mean, you can't expect him to be playing. He was drafted last year. And he's more of a defensive defenseman. And I believe, again, he's a left-handed shot. So, but with us, he can play this year. But based on the fact there's so many injured centers, you can expect JFK, to play. Jacob Forbaska Carson, he's Swedish. He played for Boston University along with Charlie McAvoy. And right now he's in Providence. I believe he's 20 years old. You can't expect him to play second line center, though. Most likely either bottom pairing or third pairing. I mean, not pairing, third line or fourth line. Also, 2016 draft pick, I believe he was drafted in 2016. Nick Stud. Okay, I don't know if I can pronounce his name. Nick Studnicka. Something like that. Something Nick Stud. Drafted in the second round of the draft. He could potentially play. He was signed to a contract this year. So, with that said, or what I'm alluding to is that we're having a youth movement in Boston, and plenty of it. So it's going to be plenty of growing pains, and that's why I'm not mad at Boston for not playing very well. In fact, I wouldn't be mad, like I said before, if we miss the playoffs and we get even a top 10 draft pick. It's supposed to be a really good draft. But if we do end up being bad, I want us to finally draft a center. That's what we need. We have a bunch of second centers or centers that can either play the second line or third line who are draft prospects. But I don't believe we have a number one center who can play the first line of the prospect pool. And which, anybody who knows hockey, that's what you need to be a Stanley Cup contender. Look at every team who won the Stanley Cup recently. Pittsburgh, 2 years in a row. How did you do that? Evgeny Malkin's second line center, who's probably the best second line center in the NHL ever. And then Sidney Crosby, the best player right now, and definitely one of the best players ever. Chicago, Jonathan Toews. The Kings, Anze Kopitar. Boston Bruins, Marchand Patrice Bergeron. And you need a number one center to win the Stanley Cup. And once Bergeron leaves, we will not be having that first line center. So that's why we need to get a first line center in the prospect pool in the next couple of years. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Thank you.